What's going on, guys? Welcome back to From the Red Carpet. On today's episode, we have a lot to discuss in regard to the multiverse saga of the MCU. We have some DC news as well, but mainly we're talking about Avengers, Kang Dynasty. So stick around, and we'll dive right in. Starting off, Daredevil Born Again will begin filming in New York City starting February. The filming will apparently last until December. That's a long time to be filming. They must have something planned between shoots. We're getting a Vision series for Disney+. The series will bring back Paul Bettany as Vision. Well, technically, White Vision. The series will be called Vision Quest, and will deal with Vision trying to regain his memory prior to being killed by Thanos in Infinity War. Elizabeth Olsen will also be in the series as the Scarlet Witch. Jack Schaefer will be the showrunner. Agatha, Coven of Chaos will bring back Kathryn Hahn as Agatha Harkness, and will follow the events of WandaVision. The series will introduce a new coven who will go to Westview and free Agatha from Scarlet Witch's spell. Aubrey Plaza is set to play one of the new witches. In addition to that, Elizabeth Olsen will return, with Agatha apparently mentoring her. And of course, we'll get a deeper look into Agatha's past as well. The Wonder Man series has added a new member to the cast. Courtney Cox has just joined the MCU in the way of Wonder Man. There's no speculation as to who she is playing just yet, but we do know that she's the main female lead of the series. In addition to this, we have Yahya Abdul-Mateen, of course playing Simon Williams aka Wonder Man, and Bob Odenkirk, who is Simon's lawyer, who is also the main villain of the series, so it should be pretty awesome. As of now, the series will have 6 episodes, so stay tuned. Captain America: New World Order has a Hulk theme. This was the news last week. As we learned, Harrison Ford would be replacing William Hurt as Secretary Ross in the film. Not only that, but now, Ross is the president. At some point in the film, gamma radiation will transform him into the Red Hulk. And this film will lead into the Thunderbolts. Speaking of that, we have a plot for the Thunderbolts movie. In Wakanda Forever, Queen Ramonda attends a summit where the other countries of the world are angry with Wakanda for not sharing their vibranium. This is where the Dark Avengers team, formed by Valentina, comes in. The Thunderbolts are tasked with finding vibranium for the government. As we know, Secret Wars will be a crazy movie. If you thought Endgame was intense, just wait. This one is said to bring in everyone from the multiverse. We'll see all the heroes from phases 4, 5, and 6, including Cap, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Daredevil, Spider-Man, and not just Tom, but also Andrew and Toby, the Fantastic Four, Ant-Man, the Wasp, Stature, Yelena, US Agent, Bucky, Shuri, Riri. Oh man, the list goes on and on. Anyway, Kevin Feige, the head of Marvel, said that he wants to include every major character from every Marvel movie that's happened so far. Meaning that we may see Tony Stark back, Steve Rogers, and even Natasha Romanoff. This could be the biggest MCU movie ever, and it comes out on May 1st, 2026. One of the Disney Plus shows that we're looking forward to might be on the chopping block. Spider-Man Freshman Year might be cut due to budget cuts at Marvel Studios. Even though the series wasn't canon to the MCU, it still would have been cool to watch. Also, Giancarlo Esposito was set to voice Norman Osborn, so I hope they find a way to keep the series. But also, in addition to this, they were getting ready to scrap that X-Men 97 series as well, so that sucks. As I said last week, we're still getting Venom 3. This one will have Tom Hardy back as Eddie Brock, with Patrick Mulligan returning as well. This time, Mulligan will become Toxin, an offspring of Carnage, and Brock is said to become Anti-Venom at some point. In addition to that, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is apparently going to make an appearance in the film. Despite Andy Serkis being the original director, the screenwriter of the first 2 Venom films, Kelly Marcel, is stepping in to direct the 3rd one. So we talked a bit last week about Across the Spider-Verse. Well, like I said, there will be a lot of different Spider-Man variants in the film, in addition to the ones from the first movie. Joining the sequel will be Spider-Man 2099, voiced by Oscar Isaac, the PlayStation Spider-Man, and even Tom Holland Spider-Man from the MCU. However, that's not all. Daniel Kaluuya from Black Panther will voice Spider-Punk in the movie, so that's pretty cool. In DC news, Joker Folie A Deux will begin filming next month and is set for a release date of October 4th, 2024. The film will take place after the first film and have Joaquin Phoenix back as Arthur Fleck, or, as he's come to be known, the Joker. Also, Lady Gaga will make her DC debut as Harley Quinn. As previously noted, this one will be a musical, due to the film being told from Harley's perspective and the songs representing how she views her relationship with the Joker. The Black Canary movie is still moving forward over at DC, despite a lot of other projects getting thrown away. Geez, we lost Batgirl, Wonder Twins, the Flash movie, and Aquaman 2 got set back. Hopefully James Gunn can save DC. Anyway, the Black Canary film will have Lady Shiva as its antagonist. In the comics, Sandra Busan goes after a martial artist named Richard Dragon, believing him to be the murderer of her sister Carolyn. In reality, she was killed by a criminal named Guano Cravat, who tricked Sandra into believing Dragon killed Carolyn. Eventually, Sandra became a master martial artist, picking up the skill with ease and dubbing herself Lady Shiva. However, when she went after the dragon, she learned that her sister's actual killer had already been killed by him, and that her vendetta was in vain. Following that, she fought crime alongside the dragon for a while. Black Canary is said to be a tournament-style film, kind of like the old martial arts movies, so I guess we'll have to wait and see what that means. Also, we have huge plot details for Avengers Kang Dynasty. So the hero list is vast in this one. Captain America, Loki, Sylvie, Doctor Strange, Clea, Ant-Man, and the Wasp have all interacted with Kang at some point prior to this movie, and they'll use their past experiences to lead the fight. We also have Shang-Chi, Wonder Man, and Captain Marvel in the mix, and if Captain Marvel's there, that means Miss Marvel and Photon will be too. Kate Bishop shows up, and Hawkeye comes out of retirement yet again. Then we have Spider-Man, She-Hulk, Black Panther, Moon Knight, and Daredevil as well. A lot of heroes. Anyway, back to the plot. After Sylvie kills He Who Remains in Loki, it causes the sacred timeline to branch into the multiverse, which led to different realities crashing into each other, an event that's referred to as an incursion. Doctor Strange and Clea interacted with Kang while they were investigating an incursion following the events of Multiverse of Madness, which is where the Kang Dynasty movie starts off. The main plot of the story is about the old multiversal war that He Who Remains mentioned in the Loki series. Both Miss Marvel's bangle and Shang-Chi's rings are from that time, and Kang wants them back. But Kang won't be the only variant of himself in the film either. Rama Tut, who will be the villain of the Fantastic Four movie, will make an appearance, and will be fighting the team of Scarlet Witch, Moon Knight, Blade, and Jack Russell, who are now the MCU's Midnight Suns. The next part is pretty crazy. We're also getting Iron Lad, another variant of Kang, who is Harley Keener in the MCU. You remember, the kid from Iron Man 3. He will face off against War Machine, Rescue, and Ironheart. But I'll get to that. Reed Richards, Deadpool, and Nova will also be in the film, with Nova debuting in a special presentation on Disney Plus before this one comes out. I know, this is all a lot to take in, but just stay with me for a second. So as I mentioned, Doctor Strange and Clea go to check out the Incursion, which is the same universe the bangle and the rings are from. Then, back in the 616 universe, with the help of Reed Richards, Doctor Strange puts together a new Illuminati team, made up of people familiar with the multiverse, like Captain America, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man, Deadpool, and Loki, whose job is basically to protect Shang-Chi and Miss Marvel from Kang. Ant-Man goes to recruit the original Avengers for help, which is where Spider-Man, Kate Bishop, Daredevil, and She-Hulk come in. Meanwhile, Kang locates all of his variants throughout time and creates an army. And while this is going on, Captain America sends Spider-Man to find Harley Keener and Riri Williams, who are training with War Machine. But all of a sudden, Harley turns on them and joins Kang's side. He kidnaps Miss Marvel. Then, everyone fights to rescue her from Kang. The rest, however, is undetermined. But man, that's pretty crazy. As I said, that might even be bigger than Endgame. Well, I for one, can't wait. Alright guys, that does it for this episode of From the Red Carpet. This might be the final episode of 2022. I'll be stepping away for a month to work on a bigger project, but if any important news comes up, I'll be sure to post about it. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.